Testing. Testing, 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 testing. We're ready when you
Hi,
are.
Karen.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I wanted to have a meeting. Have some,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
There's not much to do at the end of the year.
oh my God, just a little budget.
Oh,
Okay.
Gossip.
Yes.
we don't
Oh, there
gossip.
you go. Okay. I'd like to call the meeting of the Madera County Arts Authority to order and ask if there are any additions to the agenda.
There are no additions.
Thank you. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic. This is the opportunity for public comment. Members of the public wish to address the board under any any matter under the jurisdiction of the board, but not on the agenda. Now is the time to come forward. Seeing none, we'll move to public session. You received the minutes for the March 27th meeting. Was there a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions, consideration? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, minutes are approved. Item 4B, the treasurer's report. Mr. Poythress?
Yes, excellent. Thank you. So I'm honored today to present the treasurer's report for MCAA. We have also item number 2, we have a warrant. We need to improve the amount of $44 to Lozano Smith for legal services. And then as well as a warrant in the amount of $554.52 to Madera County for the clerk of the board's clerking services. So if we look at our balance sheet, we have we had $64,202.60, but then on accounts payable, we have $44, which is the $44 owed Lozano Smith, which gives us a net worth of $64,154.60. And that also coincides with our bank balance. The last bank balance we received, or bank statement, we made the grand total of $2.90 in interest. So it's a big deal. So with that, are there any questions, comments, thoughts? If not, I will go ahead, Chair. You can accept the motion for action, or should I do that? I'll accept the motion for action.
Okay,
For approval of the treasurer's report, payment of the warrant amount of $44, as well as the warrant in the amount of $554.52.
I am honored to so move.
I'll second.
okay, so moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we've had some committee work going on over the last couple of months, and so today we were going to get an update regarding the Madera County Courthouse Park renovation, but both Tristan and Jorge are out probably doing some county business today. So we don't have a timeline. Please, Nick, come forward.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. Nick Slane is District 3 Chief of Staff. Unfortunately, you're correct, Jorge and Mr. Champ are out today. However, they are planning to join us for our next meeting next month.
Okay. This project was going to be done in 2 parts, as you might recall, but they decided that it would be better to tear up the park 1 time and not 2 times. So they're waiting for additional funds to be able to complete the whole park at 1 time. So I think that's the holdup, and I was anxious to hear how they were doing on collecting those.
Do we know whether that additional grant application has been approved or whether it's reached the approval deadline or what the status is? No?
Didn't something have to be done by October?
I don't, for that one, for the park? I don't,
I thought the
I
playground.
know there was some initial seed money that was secured, but there was a larger grant, if I'm not mistaken, that was being pursued to be used as a match for
oh,
the big dollars.
Yeah,
But
that was my understanding too.
yeah,
That's why I asked. Some of the money's been approved for standalone, but the desire was to meld two grants if possible, but that hinged on getting approval for the second grant.
you're right. And that falls right in line with what Chair Kane said about phasing out the projects rather than
Right.
closing it for an extended amount of time to get all the work done in
Yeah.
one shot.
And do you know when it's going to be closed?
Last I heard was July, which is going to also impact the Old Timers Day Parade and the Boost in the Park event. But we're working with the Historical Society and the young professionals to better navigate that site.
okay, good.
Thank you.
So as long as we're talking about Madera County buildings, let me just throw under that item that Krista at the library did apply for the funds to renovate the old library here on Yosemite. But she's not here today because she has not received the results yet of the application. But she had good luck up in the mountains. So we hope that she has good luck here. And that would be a major, major step forward for us to have that. Okay, item 4C is ad hoc committee reports. Item 2, excuse me, which is the Clean California Local Grant Program 499. Mr. Core, would you like to step forward and talk about that?
Can you leave that shut up for a second? I'm going to move forward.
Oh, you can go reverse if you want to.
Start with the Madera Theater
Sure.
project.
Yeah, if you're queued up for that. That's fine.
Oh, good. I got it. I got it queued up now. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jim Core. I'm the Executive Director for the Madera County Arts Council and wanted to provide an update on the Clean California State Road 99 Freeway Mural Project. See, we got mural in there, Mr. Whelan, as we were discussing earlier, although it's not a,
But it's not a mural.
well,
So
you
it's
know,
misleading, is that
when-
what you're saying?
when is a mural not a mural? And I think we'll explain that as we go. So we've been making good progress on the project. Now this is the shot of what we call in the industry, the sound wall that blocks sound from the freeway into the surrounding area. So this is the picture of it looking southbound near 4th Street exit and then looking back in the other direction. So the thing that makes this different is that we are not painting directly onto the cinder block wall. So we're not going to get somebody out here with paint and a scissor lift and going out there with brushes and rollers and things and doing that. It's a little different in that this is what the project looks like. That these squares in the center there are going to be framed pieces of art, roughly 4 feet by 5 feet. And there's going to be a series of 5 of these, so 20 in all. And then interspersed with that will be plantings similar to an oleander or some such piece of planting. So it could be any number of things. It could be photographs, could be paintings, could be one concept that becomes a piece of the picture. So we had 17 artists come in and apply. We came up with a committee, art selection committee, which is these folks right here. And we interviewed, actually narrowed it down first to 9 final artists. And then we spoke to each of them and they walked us through their particular projects, their particular ideas. Some chose just 4 panels. Some actually chose all 20 to become part of a larger piece that would span across the entire sound wall. So it was a great process. We got to hear from each artist specifically about what they're planning on doing. and narrowed it down to 9. And then coming up, we're going to be submitting those for approval at the Madera City Council meeting on, I believe I have that correct, July 19th.
Yeah, correct.
Is that a Wednesday?
I think so.
Oh, it is. No. It is.
It
Okay.
is, okay. So the idea is that the art selection committee is making the final decisions and the city council is there to make sure that nothing is out of line and nothing has any product placement, nothing has anything naughty or whatever. So, and I can assure everybody here that all the pieces are in perfect order and they're going to be, I'm sure they're going to be considered very well received. So.
What's the material?
That's a really good question. So the neat thing about this project is it can be a painting, it can be a photograph, and those items are going to be digitally photographed, and then they're going to be transferred onto a vinyl product that is then stretched around a block of hard foam core. And then that will then go into a metal frame that has already been constructed by Caltrans. And those will fit in and get locked in and screwed in, and then they go into place that way.
Is
Great
there a-
question.
is
Other
there
questions?
Like a glass kind of cover over it?
Typically,
Or does the
typically
vinyl-
no. The vinyl is supposed to be very durable. And there is actually some finance dollars, and it's not finance dollars, but there's some dollars in there to make sure that things don't get worn out or faded as time goes on. That product is designed for that purpose, among other things, to keep it from fading, but no glass in the front. These are good questions. Other
So did you
Other
say that
thoughts?
9 finalists go to the city council and they choose the one?
No, the city, my understanding is that the council members will not be choosing, they're simply approving.
Oh, you'll have your
Well,
committee.
so the
will-
arts committee will have the final say on who goes forward. If we decide, there's an option there where there are some artists who chose all 20 of the panels in a, one artist had like a series of birds that are taking off through each panel, and then they get to the other side and they are landing. So it's a great look. It could work. Another artist had 4 panels that are in a, they kind of tie together with agriculture and flowers and animals and things. So that person could end up getting all 20 of the panels. So it kind of boils down to whether we want to spread the wealth, whether we want to have a piece that is coherent, because people are going to be flying by that space anywhere between 40 and 80 miles an hour. So it's going to go fast.
Hardly any 40,
Pardon?
hardly any.
Well, that depends on if it's, it's busy.
And hopefully watching for cars.
Yes. Exactly right.
Will these panels only be visible during daylight hours, or will there be some lighting affixed to it?
Another great question. My understanding is only during daylight hours. Haven't heard anything about lighting.
Is there some graffiti protection?
Yeah, there's the vinyl itself is designed with that in mind, to keep it not to keep it from getting tagged, but easy cleanup. So it could be easily cleaned up, and that's part of the budget too through Caltrans. They would be helping to fund that effort if in case something gets tagged.
Thank you.
Yeah, good questions. These are great.
So just the committee is going to make a recommendation.
Yeah,
For
so
the city
we've
council?
looked at all 9 of these finalists. And then the city wants to see what the finalists look like. And then from that grouping, the art selection committee will make the final decision on who is the final person or persons to do the final piece.
How'd that process go? Would you recommend doing that again for other projects?
I learned a lot on doing it. I think it's really hard to get groups of people together to, to interview in that way. We did it on Zoom, which really helped. And so I don't know. I think that it's you have to kind of charge ahead, and those who can make it to we didn't have every committee member for every artist, but we had to charge ahead and just say, okay, if you can make it to this one, great. If you can't, we're gonna keep slogging ahead. So I don't know if that answers your question. It was a lot, just a lot
It's a
to,
lot, yeah.
yeah.
but it gave us a lot of names for future murals.
Oh,
too.
for sure. Yeah. And again, I'm not really at liberty to share anything right now, but the pieces that we did get submitted are all first rate. Really, really excellent
So
stuff.
Kimmy, you know anything from city council point of view?
No, not yet. Hear anything
You
yet,
haven't heard anything yet, huh?
just whatever like, I hear from him, so. But we're ready with the art council, so
Okay, well, we'll have to go on the 19th.
as long as can be, you know, done.
Yeah,
I want to can I do one more slide before I end this particular? I want to give some special thanks to these folks who have been really helpful in this whole process. Gabriela Salazar, Joe Hubert, Brad Cole from Caltrans, and Jennifer
in Chicago.
Ishikawa from Caltrans. Yeah, they've been great partners in this whole thing. And yeah,
Question, Jim, and forgive the nature of the question. It
Sure.
just comes from my experiences in a former life.
sure.
You know, I can envision somebody driving along the freeway, perhaps at night, seeing as the headlights hit some of these depictions and a bounce back glare or some other blinding concern that might cause liability issues.
Oh, okay.
So, and I don't want to assume that Caltrans has thought of this. Hopefully they have, but are you aware of any care that's being taken to make sure that all of the reflection in this project is done before the project actually goes up, opposed to back at drivers?
Right, right. Well, I think, again, I don't, that's not anything that we've discussed. I think it's a great point. I think the good news is that people are driving parallel to the art. So they're not coming at it head on where there'd be any reflection, but I'll take that up with Caltrans and see if they have any thoughts or opinions about it. A good idea. Safety first.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Happy to be here to present it. Sound wall. It's a new, it's sweeping the nation. It's a thing.
Okay.
I used to play in a band like that. Yeah.
Okay, item number 3 is another mural project. And that is from the court-appointed special advocates, CASA. And they are doing a mural on the side of Romeo's Furniture. It has started, from what I saw in the first picture, that the artist has been chosen, the theme is chosen, and he's actually starting to line it out down there on the building. And Romeo's Furniture is in the alley. We are third now mural that we're adding to the alley. And we're going to have a unveiling and opening ceremony on July 19th, as a matter of fact.
Oh, man,
Wednesday
that day
morning.
we're busy.
Yeah, Wednesday morning.
We had a meeting
Uh,
that day.
Yeah. And we are,
Good, okay.
so we're going to invite the city leaders and all of us and all that to come down and meet our artist and see what we're doing. The director of CASA is pretty excited because she thinks it's got good visibility from the street. It's going to show a lot of people what we're doing in terms of helping kids here in Madera. And so we're looking forward to seeing that mural completed down.
It's a big giant sofa.
With a bunch of kids hanging, yeah. Oh, my God. So that one's coming along, that's coming along just fine. And that's another joint project with Downtown Association, City, and then us, of course, and the Arts Council, as we've chosen an artist and ready to go. Item number 4 is the Madera Theater Project. And Jim is going to come back up because Brandon couldn't be here today.
Brandon's getting some good time off with his cute family. Okay, Madera Theater Project. It's a partnership between Madera Unified School District and the Arts Council. We did 3 shows last summer. We're doing 3 shows again. And I'm ready for the slide deck. No, it's okay. So it's been good. It's been great to have community theater. I think a lot of you know that my background is in the performing arts and in theater. So it's great to see community theater back in Madera after a little bit of a hiatus. And so let's see, this year we just finished up a run of Alice in Wonderland. And just finished that run on Saturday. Had some good audiences, good houses. It's a great family show. Great costumes, good performances. I think everybody was really happy that they had families there to kind of launch the season. Coming up next is a show called Anna in the Tropics. It's not a well-known play, although it is a Pulitzer Prize-winning play. And it's about a group of people living in the 1920s in a cigar factory in Tampa, Florida, and follows their stories about what it's like to be working in there. And it's I would say that it's if you were rating it, it would be a M for mature audiences. Has some has some mature themes, has a little bit of gunfire in there. So I would say if you were comparing it to last season, it would be along the lines of the show All My Sons, a heavier drama where you won't be leaving the theater singing the songs like you would with. So that opens on July 6th, so it's coming up. Tickets are on sale. And then we're also ending the season with Into the Woods, which is a Stephen Sondheim musical. He wrote such pieces as Sweeney Todd, Company, Sunday in the Park with George. And so it was made into a popular movie a few years back with James Corden and Emily Blunt. And so it is a musical, although I would say that it's while it's a show about fractured fairy tales, including Little Red Riding Hood and Cinderella and Rapunzel and some of those other famous Grimm brothers characters. I don't think of it as being a family show because it does get into some heavy themes also about relationships and things. So I would call this rated M for mature also, even though it's a musical. So if you want to buy tickets, you can. You use that QR code. QR codes are back with a vengeance. You can actually hold your phone up to that with the camera open, and it'll take you right to the ticket portal. And tickets are on sale for both these shows right now. So hope you'll be coming out for that. And then we're doing another season next year. In fact, we're going to be adding on a fourth show, a children's show next season. So it'll be three produced shows over at Matilda Torres High School, and then also a kids show with all kids, because that's one of the things that we promised to do with the Madera Theater Project is to get as many students as possible involved, both on stage and as members of the crew. Questions about Madera Theater Project?
I enjoyed it last weekend.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. I'm glad to hear that. You had your
Grandson.
grandkids with you? Awesome.
I enjoyed it too. And Bob, he took quotes. He's got life lessons that he learned from.
Really?
I did.
What did you learn?
Well, it was very profound. In
Okay.
fact,
Okay.
This is scary.
let-
Is this a reelection theme? This is what I learned in life. Lewis Carroll, one of my mentors.
well, this, it was a line from Humpty Dumpty. And it says, when I use a word, Humpty Dumpty said in a rather scornful tone, it means just what I choose it to mean, neither more nor less. And I find this quote in something from 1856 or 1850, whenever it was
Yeah,
that
roughly.
Lewis Carroll wrote this. It's so apropos to today, because you think about the words people use, and it's about they choose to have it mean what they want it to mean, not necessarily what it means to everybody else. And there's many other quotes that unfortunately I see our modern society turning into Wonderland. So that was kind of my thoughts during the entire presentation. I was going, wow, this is becoming, unfortunately, reality.
Very nice. Yeah.
But there's a caveat. See,
Go ahead.
Rob used to date Grace Slick.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sure.
That was crazy, I'll tell you.
One pill and a day
Yeah.
and one. Yeah.
I was
Okay. Good.
to make you tall and small.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
it's about opening minds and
Yeah.
looking at the world from a variety of points of view.
Exactly.
And just as a reminder, our Arts Authority's purpose is to build theater and to build community and to build reasons for people to come together in the hopes that someday we'll have enough people going to the theater that we can have our own theater in town. And so building audience takes time. We were discussing this a little
Absolutely does.
earlier today. It's not like in Madera, you open up the theater and 500 people are standing at the door. You have to build quality, you build interest over time, you build your audience, and then they're going to want more. And so everybody knows that in every community that's built a theater. So how are we doing on attendance for the first round?
Yeah, attendance for Alice in Wonderland was pretty solid, I would say. The Matilda Torres Auditorium holds about 275 folks, and we averaged about 170 per show. And then tickets for Anna in the Tropics is probably going to be a little lower just because it's an unknown entity, and we're anticipating that Into the Woods is going to be a stronger finish. So we feel like we want to be able to provide a variety of shows, and that's one of the reasons that we chose Anna in the Tropics, as it's as I mentioned earlier, it's a Pulitzer Prize winner and has some good stuff in it.
Great, keep up the good work.
Yeah,
Every time I go by the Arts Council, that group is huddled over something.
we
They're
definitely
working
are.
on
It
that
takes
project.
theater.
It's a lot of people.
Theater
and
takes a lot of work. Really
Yeah.
does.
No, thank you for your efforts and pass my regards along to everybody. I thought it was
Sure will.
fantastic and appreciate everybody's efforts. Of
course.
Really
Yep.
wonderful.
I'll pass that along. Yep.
Great, thank you, Jim.
Huh?
And then item number 5, I want to spend a little time on where we are with our Madera Arts video project, because we're all have a piece in that action. So, Mr. Whelan?
We
how
are
we doing?
getting closer. Just to backtrack a little bit, so you all will recall that we agreed to do a video approximately 4 minutes long that would be presented to each of the members of the Arts Authority, meaning the city, the county, the school district, Arts Council, and hopefully a wider audience, perhaps through the Madera District Chamber of Commerce and presentation perhaps to various service clubs and what have you, to let the community, starting with the entities that have put together this arts, but broader community, to let them know that there are significant changes happening and about to happen, especially in downtown Madera. So through Brandon Gillis at the school district, we've acquired the services of Freddie Anderson, a first-year videography teacher at Matilda Torres High School. And now that he's in the summer session and it's coming to an end, he's got some students who can devote some time to this. And they've been, as I understand it, taking photographs and taking movies, if you will, videos of focal points of this video. The focal points designed to emphasize what each of the individual members have been doing, such as the city of Madera with its grant from Caltrans to redo a significant portion of Yosemite Avenue, our community's main street from State Route 99 here down towards, I think it's High Street, where the National Armory is, as well as the Social Services Center, Town Well Center, and then from north to south, 4th Street to 6th Street, and to revitalize Yosemite Avenue to include more people-friendly opportunities for access and people to enjoy themselves. Better lighting or trees, improved parking, especially for seniors, the bump outs, guess what the state calls bold outs or something like that. So, and to include behind the businesses on Yosemite, the alleys, and to include the murals and to include trees, bushes, flowers to let people know that hopefully in the near future, downtown Madera will be welcoming people. People will be encouraged by the businesses that they're encouraged to know that they were safe. And it's in, out. And that's a function of video. It's a presentation whereby photos and perhaps drone shots will show what it looks like now, overlaid with some of the drawings provided by the city of Madera, but that's with the understanding that it ain't a done deal as far as the drawings are concerned, work in progress. In fact, just about everything we're talking about in the video is a work in progress, including some of the things mentioned today, such as Courthouse Park. Because while we have some drawings are based on a number of things. One, the hope that we'll have 2 grants funded, or what it would look like if we just forward with 1 grant that has been approved, a work in progress, with Riggs having recently applied for another grant, Madera County Library. That obviously is going to take some time. With what Jim was just telling us about the art project in cooperation with Caltrans, that may be up and running before any of these projects. But it'll be a dramatic visualization for not only people in Madera, but people driving through Madera on 99 to see 20 panels in 5 different groupings throughout the area. I've dragged my feet a little bit, one, because I wanted to give Mr. Anderson of Forest High School the opportunity to get his students ready, but also because I wanted to include Madera Unified, say something positive about Madera Unified's contributions, because obviously we've got the City of Madera and Caltrans, County of Madera, we got the Arts Council with the murals and the non-murals. And so I think I can accurately say that Madera Unified still wants to have a presence downtown of some sort. It's going to take some time. School district's got a lot of things going on, and what specifically that means downtown. As of today, I don't know. But certainly the fact that the school district is providing its students to this project is a great opportunity for them. And I think it's a great opportunity for the Arts Authority to present to the community that downtown Madera is going to be a revitalized community center. Inviting people, giving people a reason to come back downtown Madera, stay, whether it's an economic reason, such as doing businesses and or doing business with the businesses in downtown Madera, or coming to revitalized library, if you will, including the 1917 library that sits them. And it's basically a 4-minute video. You carry off on Rob's theme of words mean what they say. Trying to squeeze all of this into 4 minutes is a challenge. Of being concise, challenge. Trying to recognize the contribution of each of the 4 individual entity members of this Arts Authority challenge. And the good news is I'm taking longer to talk about it than what will be part of the video. So, you know, we want, I think, because we discussed it before, we want our members, city, the county, the Arts Council, the school district, to know what we're doing. And we is really, we want everybody to know what everybody else is, to know that when they do something downtown, they're not doing it alone, but they're working in a way that actually promotes the entire, with their individual. I think the people of their community all benefit from it. So students have started, assuming that summer session ends this week. Anderson is going to continue to work on it, bring it to a conclusion. hopefully we'll have a little bit more information from Madera Unified, but if not, we'll go with the theme that school district is interested in having a presence downtown, and each of the 4 member entities of this organization working to bring better days to. We are at a crossroad.
Thank you.
Better days.
Any updates from Madera Unified? Are you closing up? Doing summer?
We survived all the graduations and promotions.
Ah.
And Todd has been out of town. He went to Oaxaca, Mexico.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, they may come sister. They were very impressed with our education system and
Oh,
very impressed.
okay.
We
You
have
need any help
so
on that
many-
one?
We have so many Oaxacan
Yes.
people in Madera.
Aren't we like a Oaxacan center population?
Yeah, I think we're like second in the state or something.
That's cool.
And
Well,
they
good.
had a parade for them coming. They were really
Oh, cute.
welcomed. Yeah, so I think we still have some people down there working on stuff. And then Todd came back, but he's in San Diego with a superintendent's
Oh, wow, dangerous.
Madam Chair, I just wanted to tie into Chuck's comments. It's kind of a tertiary piece of information, but in October, in fact, October 17th, the California Transportation Commission is going to be holding their meetings in Madera. In fact, the meetings take place 18th and 19th, but on the 17th, they'll be taking a tour of Madera County, and they'll be touring downtown Madera on Yosemite, where all the improvements will be taking place. And the California Transportation Commission, the commission itself are made up of members, prominent people from around the state. Leanne Eager from Fresno is our Central California representative, and she's really done a lot to bring a lot of attention, a lot of money to funding roads, and particularly Highway 99 here. And so that's going to be part of the tour, which is going to be significant, and it's going to, bring a lot of attention to that particular project. So this is the first time
great.
ever that California Transportation Commission has had a commission meeting in Madera County, and they rarely have them in valley communities.
Sure.
Typically, they're more in the population centers.
That's
Don't
good
it?
attention.
Yeah, it's a big
Great.
deal.
Great. Okay, any other member or staff reports? Seeing none, I would like to recommend to the board that we cancel our July meeting, July 25th meeting. Any objection to that? And that we have our next regular meeting on August 22nd. And maybe we'll have some video to look at. That meeting. Is that okay with everybody?
Sure.
Excellent.
Great. Any other business then? Okay, then we're adjourned.
Or not.
Right.